Hear me? Hold on. You see that? Where's the echo cancellation? I've never had an issue with this. Damn it. Can you hear me now? Damn it. I'm screwing up. Sorry. I can fix it. I can fix it right now. I hear it when I'm talking. What is up, guys? It is your boy Jake, yet again, with the mouth of the South, the mouth of Ohio, Joe Pesci, and the mouth of Bullitt County, Christopher Schmidt. We are waiting on Lucky. Wait for the disclaimer. Before this, wait for the disclaimer. What is up, guys? It is your boy Jake, yet again. This is a disclaimer video. If you do get offended for my content, there's the door. Don't let the door hit you with the good Lord split you. It's my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, get the fuck out of my stream. This is a disclaimer video. Thank you.
Was that one of the Godwins? Who is that guy?
I just realized that door is now that door right there in that video is covered with stickers. Right?
So who is that guy, Jake? Is that one of the Godwins or?
Oh, damn it!
I love Lucky P's opening thing.
Yeah, it's cool.
What is and he's the one that I got the shut up, you might learn something from.
Yeah.
Here's who we got coming. What's up, Lucky P?
My blood pressure. How are you all doing?
How you doing, Lucky? Ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the greatest heel commentators in the country, Lucky P. Larson, Esquire, manager of the Stars.
You're right.
How you doing? Is that just a gimmick?
I've been an attorney since I graduated with honors from Vanderbilt in 1993.
Yeah.
I was born at Vanderbilt Hospital.
I graduated from Brandeis University with high honors in 1990 and with honors from Vanderbilt Law School in 1993. So yes, I am a real lawyer, have been for almost 29 years now. And you'd be amazed at some of the people I've represented in this business.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of wrestlers?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, I've represented a lot of names in this business that would probably surprise you, including at least one former WWE Tag Team Champion. I've represented lots of local talent. Represented a lot of people in this business.
Like Flawless Jake Lawless.
Like Flawless Jake Lawless.
Hey, who's that? Is that a wrestler?
Oh my gosh. Flawless Jake Lawless is one of the fastest rising independent stars in wrestling. He's also one member of the infamous Rat Pack that I happen to manage. Between Flawless Jake Lawless, the shining single star, Addison Kane, the best hired gun in the business, and the best tag team on God's green earth, the LA Hustlers, Lamont Potts and Bradley Lamont, with your humble servant, Lucky P. Larson, Esquire. You know, all you got to do is go to Lucky P. Larson, Esquire, Manager to the Stars on Facebook. That's Lucky P. Larson, Esquire. Even for the people with very little intelligence, it's easy enough for them to spell. I'll say it slowly so that they can understand. Lucky P. Larson, Esquire, on Facebook. You will see my smiling face, or maybe not so much smiling, but you'll see me holding my briefcase. Log in, follow it. You'll find out where I am, where the Rat Pack is, where everybody I manage is. I've managed some incredible names over the last 7 or 8 years in this business. I've managed
Kevin Zion,
Carlito. I've managed James Ellsworth. I've managed the Boogeyman. I have managed Wildfire Tommy Rich, Dangerous Doug Gilbert, Katie Lee, Missy Hyatt, Lanny Poffo.
Lanny Poffo, Macho Man's brother.
Lenny Poffo is actually one of my closest friends in the world, let alone in wrestling. In fact, he will be the first to tell you that when he gave his Hall of Fame speech for Randy Savage, I heard it before he gave it so many times that I could give it. I still have it memorized. I was
Dude, that's awesome.
I was actually Lanny's guest at the after party after WrestleMania in San Jose. So I was at the after party with the WWE roster as Lanny's guest. So I will lock to Lanny. Lanny's a very underrated, underappreciated guy, and just happens to work out that when your brother is one of the greatest to ever do it, no matter how good you are, you're always going to play the second fiddle to him.
Yeah.
Now, Lucky, you mentioned your briefcase. Is it true you stole Kenny Boland's gimmick? He seems to think you stole his gimmick with the whole briefcase.
No, in fact, I actually was on Kenny Boland's podcast a while back, and no,
I know
we
because
seem to have reached an understanding.
I know I'm one of his co-hosts. That's why I had to mention it.
Yeah, we all know him. We all three know him well.
Yeah, I'm a shoot attorney, so you never know when I'm going to need to be on call. So I have my briefcase with me at all times. But I haven't yet, since I ran through some of the names that I've managed. I should also point out that I have worked against Jerry Lawler more times than I can count. The Rock and Roll Express, Jimmy Hart, Jim Cornette, Moose, Shane Strickland, Rob Conway. I've worked against Shane Douglas, Tommy Dreamer, Baby Doll, Mr. Hughes. Yeah. So I've done a fair amount for an independent manager over the last 6 years.
Now, can I ask you a question, Lucky? Because I'm new to you. So were you a wrestler?
What?
I have been in the ring for a few specific matches. I've actually got a better record than most people would think I do. But I am primarily a manager and a color commentator. I was the primary color commentator for USA Championship Wrestling for several years, and I have just started doing commentary for Southern Illinois Championship Wrestling, SICW, which is a Herb Simmons promotion out of East Rondelet, Illinois, near St. Louis.
Yeah.
There is a little connection. Oh, go ahead, Jake. Go ahead.
Herb asked me to ask you what do you think about SICW.
And ask him about the critter, Jake. You wanted to ask him about the critter. Or whatever.
Well, first this that I thought that this would be that SICW would be a place where I could show up and I could kind of get the lay of the land and I could decide how I wanted to proceed there. But as soon as I walked out there, I'm immediately cascaded with disrespect and boos and catcalls from the toothless heathens that, so apparently there goes my attempt and my good-natured, heartfelt willingness to reassess this group of people. But no, screw them all. They're all just as stupid as the people here. And, I should have listened to my good friend Travis Cook, who warned me about the public out there. And now, to hell with them all.
Yeah. By the way, I was showing you the Burt Prentice book. If you don't know,
Jake, you said you wanted to ask him about something on his briefcase, if it was real or not.
This is my briefcase. I'll say that this is my 6th briefcase because so many of the talented women that
I know he's talking about now
have wanted to see very close-up views of my briefcase, and they oftentimes trip headfirst into it. So,
hey, Lucky,
I've never struck.
I remember an episode of USA Championship Wrestling when Danny Dollar came out, started laughing, and said a little person was pissing on your briefcase, and you ran. You said,
yes, I remember that. I have a memory like a steel trap. I remember absolutely everything, which is one of the reasons why I'm so successful. And that was midget wrestler Hank Dalton. And before anybody wants to insult me for referring to him that way, that is how he refers to himself. So,
you're good. I say the word midget.
T-shirt that says, I'm sorry.
All right.
Oh, I said I say the word midget
I
sometimes.
didn't hear you.
Hello?
Well, that's
Hello.
how he refers to himself. And I will say this: he and I ended up wrestling. I did have a match with him as a result of him deciding to deface my briefcase. And you are looking at the winner of that match right here.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that I liked about your character is you and Casey Gold didn't like each other on screen. You always called him Casey Bald.
Well, that's because he's bald and he's a moron. I mean, it's I'm a lawyer. I talk for a living. I listen to words. I listen to what is said, and if he happens to make a mistake, well, I'm going to jump all over it. And frankly, he made so many mistakes; it was very easy for me to jump all over them. And if it were not for me, the commentary on that program would have just been abysmal.
Yeah.
I would have loved to be a commentator.
But I will say this: in all fairness, well, it is greatly enjoyable. And I will say this: that I had heard from a number of people that one of the primary reasons they enjoyed watching USA Championship Wrestling was to hear the back and forth between myself and KC. So,
yeah. Also,
and now, of course, I have graced him. I've graced him with my presence in TCW, Tennessee Championship Wrestling, which is a company that he now promotes. And of course, I guaranteed that I would be managing the first ever TCW heavyweight champion as a result of a triple
Lawless, Jake Lawless,
between Devin Honcho Hensley and Flawless Jake Lawless. And at the end of that match, after one of my brilliant plans came to fruition, Flawless won the belt, left the ring with me. And again, the stupid people there in Jackson, Tennessee, wondered why they didn't listen to me to begin with. I keep telling everyone if they shut up, they might learn something, but not to listen.
I always say that on shows. I always steal your line. Shut up, you might learn something.
Is there a way we could buy one of your shirts, buddy? I wouldn't mind buying one.
You sell them?
Do you have a merch store?
Uh-oh.
We cut out.
It's cutting out.
There's a good selfie.
Good selfie.
I got a phone call from one of my many clients.
Sorry.
I got a phone call from one of my many clients. I had to decline it.
I'm sorry. We were asking if you sell those shirts.
There are T-shirts. Right. Yes. I would say there are T-shirts, photographs, whatever you want. You can contact me through the Facebook page at Lucky P. Larson, Esquire, Manager to the Stars. I've already sold out of 3 batches of shirts, but I'm in the process of getting another one. And so anybody, you two can show that you're
I'll buy you one if you want one, and I'll get one.
Smarter people in your neighborhood.
Yeah. Basically,
I'm telling you, in fact, say this. One of the pictures up there, this was a moment to behold.
Yeah.
I was at the gathering in North Carolina 2 years in a row, and I'll be there in the main event this year. But it's kind of a Southern style meet and greet in Charlotte. And last year, or not last year, there wasn't one last year, unfortunately, because the world fell off its axis. But 2 years ago, I was there, and someone came up to me and said that Ernest the Cat Miller liked my shirt and wanted to know how much. And so and talked to him and said, "You like my shirt?" He said, "Yeah, how much are they?" I said, "For you, you take a picture in it." So there you go.
Yeah. We lost
But
Bert.
for everybody else not of WCW and WWE, superstar. Huh?
We lost Bert Prentice last year. We lost Bert.
What was that?
We lost Bert Prentice.
Yes, I'm aware. I was at every one of his shows for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Great guy.
I was at his memorial. I was at his funeral.
He was banned from the
nobody
show.
will ever hear me say a bad word about Bert Prentice. He had
Yeah.
no. There was nobody more loyal to Bert Prentice than me, because he gave me the opportunity to do this and to live my dream, and so I am very loyal and very grateful to Bert Prentice.
Yeah.
See, that's a big thing. Being
Those
loyal to
mistakes
somebody that
he
made
made.
you start. Love the suit. Love the suit, Lucky. Love it.
Loyalty is very important to me. Well, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate fine fashion.
I like it.
Nothing but the best.
What?
Well, there you go.
Who would you like to manage in the future? Who is your dream client?
Well, my dream client, unfortunately, is no longer with us. But my all-time favorite wrestler, entertainer, just within the industry, without a doubt, was Roddy Piper. And I fortunately, through Lanny, I was able to spend some time with him and get to know him a little. Very, very meaningful to me. But if we're talking people today,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I manage many talented people right now, within the Legion of Lucky, and I've had the opportunity to manage so many more. Managing Katie Lee, Katarina Waters, Winter from TNA, Katie Lee Burchell. She's definitely the most beautiful woman I've ever managed. And I've also fortunately been able to go to the ring with Missy Hyatt, who was, when I was slightly younger, was the poster on my wall. And
do you have any thoughts on the current product
that I always refer to? You got Missy Hyatt, Katie Lee, and Nitro Girl Spice.
Nitro Girl Spice, I remember. Do you have any thoughts on the current product?
Yet. Nitro Girl Spice. So I'd have to throw her in there.
What do you think? What do you think about? What do you think about the current product of WWE and AEW? Do you watch the current wrestling?
I think that this problem. I'll tell you exactly what I think. This is always my answer when you ask me that. I think the biggest problem in today's world in wrestling is not the death of kayfabe. It is not the internet. It is not the spoilers. I think that the biggest problem is the glut of pay-per-views. And the reason I think that is because back in the day, and that's my day, before me was Luthez and Frank Gotch and George Hackenschmidt, and obviously it was very different then. But when I was growing up watching wrestling, you had WrestleMania every year, and that was it. Starrcade, WrestleMania. Then you had WrestleMania and the Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Then you had
Rumble,
WrestleMania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. And then Survivor Series, you had 4 of them, the Royal Rumble. Now you've got a pay-per-view every 3 weeks. And whereas back in the day, you would build up storylines and emotion, and you'd build up fan interest, and fans sink their teeth into something, and these guys wouldn't touch each other for 6 months, a year, whatever. Now you got matches on a Friday, on a Sunday, and there's no emotion, there's no storyline. We're seeing matches for the 2000th time, and I think that takes away from it. I'm a big believer in storylines, emotion, angles, interest. Yes, I'm as amazed as anybody else by the 450s and the Canadian destroyers off the top rope, but I'd rather, someone who's been desperate to get their hands on somebody finally, give them a clothesline than beef with at all. But that's just me.
Great. Yeah. No, I agree. You want to know? Last night, Lucky, I'm watching the product. They had a match on last night that they've already done 3 times in 3 weeks. It's repetitive now. You're seeing there's no build-up. There's no storylines. You're supposed to care about angles. that don't breathe.
I mean, you also, I watch, I DVR, right? Yeah, and I know I DVR because there's so much wrestling. You
Yeah.
possibly watch it all in one sitting. So, I DVR it, and I've seen enough of it. I know when they're going to commercial. I mean, literally, I'll see a move, and I'm like, all right, and I'll hit fast forward, and sure enough, 98% of the time I'm right. They're going to a commercial. Because you can see it's all done that way.
Yeah.
I want to be surprised. I want to be entertained.
But back in the day, you just go watch just for the promos. I mean,
the writing has hurt them.
Yep. Well, that's and I'll tell you something. And to prove that I believe that, I go back to my favorite for Kurt Angle, Bret Hart, or Shawn Michaels in the ring. But he WI award meant something. He was the most hated wrestler in the world popular wrestler in the world in 1987. So to go from most hated, most popular, it's all based on his charisma and his ability to talk. That's what
you're cutting out, Lucky.
You're cutting out, Lucky.
In real life, so I think I can cut a promo and talk pretty well.
I don't think he knows that.
Hey, Lucky, your audio was cutting out a little bit while you were talking.
That's why I think promos are so important. And as a lawyer, I think I can talk pretty well.
Yeah.
As long as the Wi-Fi works.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I want to say one of my favorite themes that people use is the "Turn It Up" by Jay Jones. You guys used in USA. That was one of my favorite themes you guys used. The opening.
Did he freeze up?
No. Space Cowboy Jason Jones.
The guy, the Turn It Up, the music that they use in the opening when they come in, when the video package in the beginning, the turn it.
I like the old music Memphis Wrestling used as well, that Flair used as well. Because I always had the statue of the Greco-Roman, and they played the Space Odyssey music, and you knew it was it's Saturday Memphis Wrestling on TV.
That's one hell of a selfie.
That's one. I think his internet's acting up. His internet is acting up. This is like the bowling episode all over again.
You like how he's the manager of stars and Kenny's the star maker.
Hello?
You're cutting out Big Lucky P. Larson, Esquire, manager of stars, taking 20 minutes out of his day to come visit us. We are very lucky. Lucky, you seem like a very intelligent guy, though, man. I would love to hear more from you.
Yeah.
Too bad your internet sucks.
Yep.
Well, I can hear you guys fine.
I know. It's a problem sometimes. We get it with guests a lot. It's not your fault.
Yes, it's sometimes it's like this stream. This is
it's like when Miranda Doherty was on Kenny's show.
It's odd.
In her car.
Apparently,
and also
Miranda Doherty
trying to sabotage me.
By the way,
Boland sabotaging you.
Yeah. I think you seem like a really intelligent guy, man. You seem like entertaining. I like listening to your stories.
What did you? Quick question. What do you think? Did you ever watch traditional championship wrestling, Matt Riviera and all that? Did you ever watch that show?
Oh my God! Does that say Glenn Jacobs behind him?
For a while, Matt Riviera. Yeah, I have.
Oh, is that Kane? Is that Kane? Lucky.
From what I understand, Matt Riviera
he's retired.
Is what?
Is that Glenn Jacobs?
He's retired. He retired. Herb Simmons told me he was retired. Matt Riviera's retired.
Well, first of all, Matt Riviera, I believe, is for political office in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Is that Glenn Jacobs' Kane sign? I couldn't hear you. You cut out.
Matt Riviera is running for office in Arkansas.
Yeah, he's talking about someone else.
What about
yes,
Kane?
behind
Behind
that is
Glenn
Glenn
Jacobs.
Jacobs' sign, yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I want to know. That's
Glenn Jacob,
Knox County Mayor.
yeah.
Glenn,
A big Kane guy.
This is the first
Love him.
time that I've had some on my. I've had someone show his thing from Glenn Jacobs. Glenn Jacobs is
That's
a great
awesome,
wrestler.
man. A Glenn Jacobs sign. That's rare.
Yeah, Glenn Jacobs is actually he went through a. Use your words, Jake. You can do this. You're. Don't get nervous now, damn it.
You're
That's
good,
awesome.
Jake.
Sports Kane.
Sorry, I get a little bit nervous a lot because dealing with lawyers and stuff makes me nervous.
I understand.
It's he was Isaac Yankum. He was the fake Diesel.
He was everything. He's good.
Yeah,
He's cutting out. We're only getting half of what you're saying, big baby. I would definitely use Lucky Pete Larson as my fucking lawyer.
He was a lot of things from the Chris Creature, Fake Diesel, Isaac Yankum, you name it, he did it. And
Yeah.
that's Bear of Knox.
Unabomb.
Isaac Yankum? Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
The Dentist.
it didn't.
That was terrible.
I'm just looking at your wall and stuff, Lucky.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
looking at
checking out your
Yeah, he
picture.
was Isaac Yankum, Jerry Lawler's personal dentist.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Have
Isaac
you-
Yankum.
Well, the wall there, you should see the other side of the wall, which is all Boston sports memorabilia.
Oh, I didn't know you used Boston sports.
That's all
Yeah, you
Boston,
like Boston.
sports.
Yeah.
Are you from up there?
Are you from
I'm
Boston
from the world's greatest
or?
city, Boston, of course. Of course, you gotta get a good view of this.
That's a picture of you. I actually had that in the video that I played for everybody.
Yep.
The
The
one
Broken Skull IPA up there.
Broken Skull IPA. Yeah.
Good beer.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he just
Yeah,
reappear in
that-
another room? He looks like he's in
Sure,
Dustin Cotton's room.
This is my office.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, hey, where was you when you did the bowl? What room was you in when you did the bowling when you did bowling show? You did. Let me rephrase that. When you did the bowling.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was initially, I think I was in my car, and then I was here as well.
Yeah, he was in the car, Jake. That's right. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is,
and I've done several.
you're cutting out, Lucky.
It's all right, Jake. Shit happens, man. You have to get him to come back another time. His internet will be better.
The problem's on you hearing me. I can see you all.
It's going in and out.
Hear you all.
Yeah. Quick thing, I just want to say that like I always say, support your local indie fan. Go and buy a ticket to an indie show. Watch these guys, the indies guys. Watch.
I love the indies. We work with Marty. I work with Marty the Moth,
absolutely.
Lucky, and Sledge.
Sledge, the Metalhead Maniac Sledge, and Marty the Moth.
I think it's obvious. I think it's obvious that the stars of tomorrow have to be on the indies today. Unless your name is Ronda Rousey or Brock Lesnar, you got to start in the indies. And all of the stars of tomorrow are on the indies today. So now's your chance to see them.
See him for a lot less money.
I always and here's the thing. By the way, I thought I saw
If
Jake
you
Lawler.
want,
Sorry. Sorry, Lucky. Sorry
You
for
thought
cutting
you
you
saw
off
Jake
there.
Law was doing what? On
On OVW on Ohio
That's
Valley
right.
Wrestling.
He's on OVW. The entire Rat Pack was in Grubbs, Arkansas last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. He was. We
I didn't
never
know he
know
was
where
up
you're
here,
going to find
Jake.
us.
By the way, if you noticed down in my Twitch panels, I did put a link to your YouTube page, Legion of
Lucky.
Legion of Lucky.
There you go.
Since Bert's passing, I've worked for 9 different companies.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's
you
my
know,
fan club.
Well, Herb's a good one to work with. That's
Legion
for
of Lucky
sure.
has its own page on Facebook as well. Yep.
Yeah, you're good. You can start on whatever. I'll help you out.
Yep.
Lucky and Lucky on Facebook. I always post where I'm going, what I'm doing. You can see pictures.
Yeah, I'll hook you up with extra too.
Sorry, he's
Sorry, I got workers coming in to paint.
I have an idea.
Uh-oh. Yeah, go ahead. As many as you want.
Give me 1 second.
You're cutting out, Lucky. We can't hear you. Shout out to Lucky P. Larson. What a great guest.
The manager to the Stars. He's
manager to the Stars, man. This guy knew Lenny Poffo. Let's give him a little love. Fan of Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Well done, Jake. Great guest.
I booked the best. I'm trying to
for him to take this kind of time for us, I know his internet's shitty.
Oh, hold on. He's asking.
I'm surprised you don't got strong Wi-Fi in that office.
I don't have a. I think we might have to wrap it up soon, Lucky. I think we're gonna have to wrap it up. Oh.
Let him try to come back in one more time, maybe.
You know how it is. The internet gets bad.
Yep.
Try to do it one more time.
Remember Bill Dundee's crappy internet?
If he has a T-shirt place, I'll buy you one of those T-shirts.
Remember Bill Dundee had shitty internet before on bowling shows, so it happens. Just the way it is on when you're running cell phones or tablets, man.
Yeah.
Unless you set up like she's got.
I had to do this for a couple minutes.
Unless you're using
we might have to wrap up a little. I think we're gonna have to wrap up.
Unless you use a home computer and a desk.
Guys, this was a great show.
3 minutes. See what happens. See if he comes back in 3 minutes.
All right, here we go. Let's try it again.
Try again.
There he is.
Can we hear you now?
I can hear you fine.
All right.
I love that.
Is he on love?
Are you on AOL dial-up?
No, I'm on the old Prodigy and CompuServe.
CompuServe.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What do you think about
if it gets bad enough? Give me a phone number. Message me your phone number. I'll call you in. And then
we might want to wrap up soon.
The video.
I usually.
Whatever you want to
do. By the way, when I had other wrestlers on, they only gave me 15 minutes. So you're giving double. I've had.
There's very little I like to do more than talk about wrestling.
Hey.
Or myself.
There's a person that I've had on the show. He's not a wrestler. He's a wrestler. He's also a owner of another company that I'm not going to talk about. I know you and him have a little bit of beef. D-Star.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I wouldn't say it's. Yeah, I cast my lot with other people.
You know, the thing is,
are you a fan of like older guys wrestling, like Goldberg and stuff nowadays, or you think it's time for them to hang it out?
I think that if someone can still perform and entertain, that there is a place for them. I think there is a place for nostalgia. I don't think that it should be the main focus of a company if you're trying to build new stars for the future, that you have to focus on those stars at the expense of today's younger stars. You know, if there aren't sufficient younger stars and you have to bring one of them in, you know, what does that say about your company? I do think that, you know, there is a place for having, like I said, bringing in nostalgia to a company, especially on the indies where you can bring in a name that's worth it because you bring in the people to see the name and then they're exposed to the younger talent that's on the card. So in that case, yes, I think it's very worthwhile when we bring in, you know, a Rikishi, or we bring in a, you know, Jerry Lawler does a lot of our shows, or we bring in the Boogeyman or Carlito or James Ellsworth. You know, these are people that come to our shows. We've had Tony Atlas has worked with us. You know, we have a lot of these people that come to our shows, and then people come to see them, but they'll see me. They'll see our talented wrestlers. You know, right now I manage Brad Batt, who's incredibly entertaining. I manage Jason Genesis, The New Beginning. I manage the Rat Pack. I manage LT Falk, second generation superstar. Tonight, Damian Wayne, one of the best indie wrestlers, is going to be representing me in a match. So, you know, there are a lot of very talented wrestlers.
Kevin
that just
Zion.
need to be seen.
This is
Kevin Zion, the Age of Zion, the Kevin Zion show. That was one of the best times I had in wrestling. Was working with Kevin, who's a, you know,
old Jerry Lawler still wrestling. What's he, 72?
Wrestler, a very good man, good friend.
Crazy about Lawler.
Yeah.
72 years old.
What do I think about Jerry Lawler? Well,
no, wrestling.
I will say this.
Just now, he's still wrestling. I can't believe it.
I have wrestled against Jerry Lawler twice. Once in a tag match, me and Flawless Jake Lawless against Danny Dollar and Jerry Lawler. And Jerry Lawler may or may not have used the steel chain to knock me out and pin me. But and I also wrestled him in a match where if he beat Bam Bam Bundy, he got 5 minutes in the ring with me, and it didn't take much more than 30 seconds. But
do you still talk to Bam Bam Bundy?
Many people did.
Do you still talk to Bam Bam? Do you still talk to Bam Bam Bundy?
Bam Bam Bundy will be at the same show as me tonight, and come this August in Charlotte, North Carolina, I'll be in his corner as he wrestles Nate the Great, and we embarrass T-Mart Promotions yet again. So, yes, I still talk to him. We have our differences from time to time, but we generally come back to seeing eye to eye.
Wow, it is South Park. He has South Park in the background.
South Park.
I enjoy adult animation, South Park, Rick and Morty, Family Guy. I find humor in it.
Okay.
I know. Does Big Gravy still make you nauseous?
But to answer,
Big Gravy. Big Gravy.
Does who?
The guy in the pinks.
God. You know. Yeah, trust me. I know who Big Stinky is. Listen, we had a match in Gladeville about a year ago. I came to the ring with a clothespin on my nose, and then offered him shampoo, offered him deodorant, a toothbrush, and I offered him $50 if he could tell me what a bar of soap was. And that ungrateful Tugoo grabbed the soap, stuck it in my mouth, decked me, and then later sat on me. I did it in 10 showers.
Yeah.
It was horrible. But let me answer your prior question. You asked what I think of Jerry Lawler. And I'll say this. I have managed Tomich against Jerry Lawler, brought in the Boogeyman to face Jerry Lawler. I've managed the Moondog against Jerry Lawler. I've managed Carlito against Jerry Lawler. Dangerous Doug Gilbert against Jerry Lawler. Matt Riviera against Jerry Lawler. I've managed all the local talent. Kevin Zion, Bam Bam Bundy, Matt Starr, Flawless Jake Lawless, Chris Styles. I've managed all of them against Jerry the King Lawler. I've managed Scott Steiner against Jerry Lawler. James Ellsworth against Jerry Lawler. I managed Rhino against Jerry Lawler.
Boogeyman?
I've managed every one of these people against Jerry Lawler. And I'll give it to him. Jerry Lawler is one heck of a cheater. I mean, one heck of a he finds a way to just slip through every time. But this is not over, and it will never be over until I finally beat Jerry
Lawler.
King.
You know, it's so funny that seeing you.
He's thrown Coco Beware at me and Superstar.
Uh-oh.
Somebody upstairs there? Yeah.
Seeing you on TV was like, you were the heel manager. You were. I know. Seeing you on TV and seeing you in real life, seeing you right here in video, is like.
That is too unreal that he had a Glenn Jacobs sign behind him. And I said Glenn Jacobs 2024.
He said Glenn Jacobs 2024.
Yeah, no, he's frozen, Jake.
All right, we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up. We're ending this. All right.
It's all right, Jake.
Why? I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit aggravated.
I guess once we start getting political, things freeze up. Coincidence?
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna. Kim, I know that we're at the fort.
I wonder if it's coincidence where we freeze when.
Yeah. Hey, I just
It's all right, Jake. You're good. It happens.
We're at the 41-minute mark. We're at the 41-minute mark, Lucky. You want to? Are we? Damn.
42, actually.
He's just saying he wants to end it, Lucky, because your internet's a little bit choppy. That's all.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you to Lucky P. Larson for coming. I'm sorry.
It is what it is. It works for me.
I'm sorry.
I'll say this,
guys.
Jake, it's all right.
Guys, I'm gonna.
Remember,
you're all right, Jake.
Remember, everyone can check out Lucky P. Larson on Facebook.
People can find you on Facebook at Lucky P. Larson Esquire Managers to the Stars, or the Legion of Lucky YouTube Facebook page, and also Legion of Lucky YouTube page. They can go down in the description into the panels, and they'll find a picture of you, Lucky.
I'll let you into the front.
I'm sorry.
It was nice meeting you, Lucky.
All right, we're ending this. Guys, talk to you guys later. All right, we